the Let's Master English podcast, and I'm your host, Coach Shane. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is the Let's Master English podcast, and my name is Coach Shane. Long time no see. It has been so long. Right now, the date is January 12th, 2020. Yes. I hope you've been doing good. So where the hell has Coach Shane been? He's been gone. Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been a really insane year. Things started to change in 2019 back in February when my mom suddenly died. That was really sad news. But then we had some good news in March. My wife and I, she got pregnant. Yeah, so we were expecting our son to come in December around Christmas. But instead, he came in October. Yeah, we had some problems, and my son Jimmy was born in October, and he's doing great now, but he was in the hospital for a very long time until December 26th. He was born October 14th. And in June, we decided to buy a home, a small home, but far away. So we were lucky. We were able to get the home, and we finished up all the paperwork in October. We were going to move in the middle of October, and Jimmy was born at that time. It was a disaster. So I've got my wife and my son in a hospital in Fargo, North Dakota. And I've got my other son, Michael, and me, and we're moving. We have to move to north of Boston. This is 2 days of driving. It's been insane. It has been really, really crazy. But finally, everybody's home and things are starting to get back to normal. So yeah, I need to get going on my podcasts. And Let's Master English podcast is one of my favorite podcasts. But I'm going to change the format a little bit. I'll be talking about various different subjects, and I'll be playing music. Of course, the music can only be heard if you are a member, a Let's Master English member, and I'll talk about how you can become a member in a couple minutes. But right now, let's go immediately to a song, and this is a song that I really, really started to like, especially when I was driving with Mikey out to the east, the northeast of the United States. The song was very popular, and I hope that you enjoy it. Copyright restricted. That is a great song. Do you know who sings that? Justin Bieber. Can you believe it? It's actually not a Justin Bieber song. It's a Ed Sheeran song. Actually, I'm not sure who actually wrote the song. But anyway, it's Ed Sheeran, and he's this redheaded kid who's doing really well. And Justin Bieber, everybody knows, I think, Justin Bieber. They're doing the song together. The song is called I Don't Care. And yeah, it's a really nice song. And once again, when I was driving, and just what a horrible situation, driving across the United States, this is the song that was on the radio a lot, and it reminded me of my wife. So there you go. I Don't Care. Great song. I do care about my wife. Listen to the song. Check out the lyrics. We'll talk about another song a little bit in this podcast. Right now, I want to talk about a story that was pretty interesting. So a new book has been published, and the book is called Kill, Reply All, A Modern Guide to Online Etiquette. All right? And basically, this book teaches you how to be polite online. And that includes emails and texting and any other type of, instant messaging, Facebook, all that stuff. It teaches you how to be polite. And one of the big pieces of advice is regarding voicemail. Do you know what voicemail is? Voicemail. 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 That's when so if you call my phone, my cell phone, and I don't answer my phone, you might get the option to leave a message. You can record your voice and leave a message. That is voicemail. So a long time ago, maybe some people still, we used to have answering machines, right? You call somebody's house, nobody's home, you can leave a message on the answering machine. And now everybody has a cell phone, so we leave voicemail messages. So what about you? Do you leave voicemail messages when you call somebody and they don't answer? Do you leave a voicemail message? Me? No, I don't. I don't. I hate it. And the reason is because I hate receiving voicemail messages. I don't want to listen to somebody else's voice. I tell you what, because my friends and my family don't call. They always email me or they text me. So if there's any phone call coming from anyone, it's probably some business. And these days, it's probably some hospital asking for money. So I hate receiving phone calls and especially voicemails. I don't like it. So this book is recommending that you never, ever, ever leave a voicemail. They consider it rude. Leaving voicemails now is rude. And the reason is this. The author argues that there is no purpose for voicemails in the modern age. Now in 2020, voicemails are useless. If you have to sit through a 2-minute message, it is extremely inefficient and inconvenient. Having to sit there on your phone listening to somebody talk blah, 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 blah for 2 minutes is inefficient. It's inconvenient. And of course, it's going to make you angry too. Yeah. And I agree. Yeah, I kind of agree. So once again, that's just what this book says. That's my advice. You're not supposed to leave voice messages anymore. Nobody wants to hear your voice, okay? Is this always true? I don't think so. Once again, if I get a voicemail, a voice message from a friend, that might be okay. Hey Shane, how's it going, man? We're going fishing tomorrow. You want to come fishing with us? Come on, Shane. That would be Country Shane leaving me a message to go fishing. I would like that. Listening to Country Shane is always interesting. But yeah, if you're from the hospital, stop leaving voicemails. None of that crap, please, all right? And another thing they recommend, don't use a period at the end of your texts. So if you're sending a text message, right? Like, have a nice day. Don't put a period. Why? The reason is when you send a text message, it's very difficult to understand the emotion that the texter is using. And sometimes when you use a period at the end of your sentence, it might mean that you are angry and you do not want to talk anymore. Oh my God. So nowadays, and now this is for the younger generation, not really for my generation. I'm a little bit older. But nowadays, the younger generation gets angry or sad or depressed because there's a period at the end of a sentence. This is crazy. You guys need to relax, everybody. We all need to relax. Let's go back before there were cell phones. Let's listen to another great song. This is a band called ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. And they were really popular in the 1970s and into the 1980s. And this song, it's a bit long. It's like 4 minutes, 30, 40 seconds, something like that. But it's a great song. And I hope you like it. It's called Telephone Line. Telephone Line by ELO. Enjoy it.
Copyright restricted.
Like I said, I have a new son, Jimmy. So that makes 2 boys for me, Mikey and Jimmy, and I can't tell you how happy I am. Jimmy right now is almost 3 months old. He should be less than a month, the little turkey. And Mikey, my goodness, next month he's going to be 2 years old. He's such a good boy, really, really good boy. And so whenever I see news or hear news about parenting, I'm always interested, because, I'm a little bit older, but I'm a new dad. And I don't want to make mistakes. I want to be a really good dad. So there's an article that just came out that says parents screw up about 4 times a week and 4,000 times before their kid is 18 years old. Oh my God. So parents are making 4 mistakes a week, 221 mistakes a year, 4,000 mistakes before the kid turns 18. That's a lot of mistakes. So what are we going to do, right? What are we going to do? I think, right now my boys are really young, so I don't think I'm making too many mistakes. But when they get to like 3 years old, 4 years old, 5, 6 years old, that's probably when a lot of mistakes will be made. And then again, when my boys are like 16, 17, 18 years old, I'll probably make a lot of mistakes then too. But the question is, what is a mistake, right? What kinds of mistakes do parents make? Are you a parent? Were you a parent? Will you become a parent? Do you have parents? What are mistakes that parents make? Yeah, well, I was thinking about this, and I guess maybe one common mistake that I've seen, too much screen time. Too much screen time. SCREEN. What is screen time? Well, that means in front of the TV, the television screen, or even the monitor of your computer. Too much screen time. Or even with an iPad, a tablet, or with a smartphone, right? I think parents, probably, not me yet, but I hope not in the future, but I think a lot of parents do let their kids have too much screen time. And you know what? I kind of understand, right? Because the kids are driving you crazy. You need them to be quiet. You need them to sit down. And the only way, or a really good way of getting them to sit down and be quiet, is to turn on the TV, to let them play on the iPhone. It works. It certainly does. I had a friend, actually a friend of a friend, took a plane trip to some other state or country or whatever, and 2 little kids on an airplane. That can be a disaster for parents and other passengers. But this mom had the perfect solution. iPad. Yep, gave both kids an iPad. The kids were angels on the whole flight. And everybody was like, oh my God, your children are such good children. But wait a minute, I think that's a mistake. Maybe not on an airplane, but yeah, too much screen time. What's another one? This one I might be guilty of. Swearing in front of my boys. Now, once again, my boys aren't really talking, they're just listening and stuff. But sometimes I use bad words, right? And yeah, I need to stop. Swearing in front of kids is not a good thing, right? And the same thing goes with the other vices. Smoking and drinking, swearing, being lazy. Yeah, doing this in front of your kids, that's not good. That is a mistake. Once in a while we do it. I understand. But that's not good. Yeah. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. And already with Mikey, I'm trying to teach him how to be a good brother and how to be a good son to his mother, right? And the problem is, guys, teaching is good. But the mistake is when your teaching becomes preaching. So teach, T-A-T-E-A-C-H, like a teacher, to instruct, to tell somebody how to do something. Preach, Preach, this is a little bit different. Preaching is basically teaching, but thinking you are the greatest in the world. You're speaking through God, or God is speaking through you. You are a guru. You are an expert. You are the most knowledgeable person. Preaching is never good to students, to your wife, to children. Yeah, you don't want to do that. And Madonna knew that. Madonna, she already sang about this, right? Papa Don't Preach. Enjoy the song from the 80s.
Copyright restricted.
All right, we just had a double hit of great music there. That was Madonna with Papa Don't Preach. And then a brand new song called Bad Guy by a singer by the name of Billie. I don't even know how to pronounce her name. Is it Eilish or Eilish? Billie Eilish? I think it's Eilish. Bad Guy. Yeah, it's a brand new song. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that song, but yeah. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed it. Bad Guy, we're talking about children. What about, parents make mistakes. On average, 4 mistakes a week. 4,000 mistakes before the kid turns 18. But kids have bad behavior too, right? Kids have bad behavior. And what's some of the worst? Can you think of some of the worst things that kids do? And once again, I got a great list here. Temper tantrums in the store. And so far, my wife and I have not had this problem. You take Mikey, we take Mikey to the store like Walmart, and there's the toy section, there's the cereal section, there's the candy section, and a lot of kids, they see toys, they see cereal, they see candy, they want to eat it. I want that. And mom and dad say no, and then the kid says, I want that. And then they start screaming and yelling and jumping up and down. That is called a temper tantrum. A temper tantrum. T-E-M-P-E-R, temper, tantrum, T-A-N-T-R-U-M. And the verb that we use is throw a temper tantrum. Yeah, little kids throw a temper tantrum. Sometimes big kids, adults do too. Do you ever throw a temper tantrum? Another thing that kids should not do, but they do, is they don't obey. They don't listen. Dad told you not to do that. You need to obey. Obey. O-B-E-Y. Mikey's pretty good at obeying me. I think Mikey is better at obeying me than he is his mom, I think. Dad's scary. Big voice. Stronger. That's the idea. But yeah, boy, I worry in the future. Will our kids obey us? I'll find out. Jumping on beds. For me, I don't think jumping on beds is really a big problem, but I think it probably would be with my wife. And I understand jumping on beds is not the problem. The problem is, what if they jump off the bed? Or what if they fall off the bed and they fall into the dresser or into a chair or into a desk, and then they hurt themselves, and that happens. So jumping on beds is fun. When I was a kid, I did it. I loved it. But you gotta be careful where you come down. You can really hurt yourself. You don't want to go to the emergency room, children. So stop jumping on beds. Go outside and jump in the lawn. Don't be jumping off trees. Throwing things in the house. Yeah, my mom, if when I was a kid, if I ever threw anything in the house, she would probably have kicked me out. Yeah. However, in our case, for Christmas, we gave Mikey a couple of things that he throws, which he's supposed to throw. I bought him a Nerf football. It's a really soft football, American-style football that you throw. And I also bought him a T-ball set. And basically, it's a baseball bat, and then there's a stand for the ball. And then you can swing the bat and hit the ball. and we do this inside. And I already told my wife, eventually we will break something. And she's like, no, that's no good. But it's going to happen. I hope not, but it will. Throwing things in the house is not good. I don't worry about that. Slamming doors. Yes. Boom. Slamming doors. Mikey's really funny. Mikey and his mom will be in his room. They're playing. I go in to play, to say hi. Mikey pushes me out of his room and then slams the door in my face. He loves to do that. I have no idea where he learned this because his mom doesn't do it. I don't do it. I don't know where he learned it. It's a natural thing, slamming on doors. Another problem I see coming is drawing on the wall. For Christmas again, we bought Mikey some crayons, crayons, some crayons to draw, of course, on paper, but already I see he's drawing on the floor, and I'm sure very soon I will see that he is drawing on the wall. Now, in his bedroom, I don't care. It's your room, Mikey. You can draw on the wall in your room, but not in the living room, not in the kitchen, right? Yeah, that's going to be a problem. I think it's going to be a problem. Let's get back into some more music. Here's a nice song. This is a song that plays with words. All right, so I want you to listen carefully. Look up the lyrics. It's Blake Shelton's She's Got a Way with Words. And what that means is she has a special talent with using, or when it comes to using words. It's a funny song. Enjoy.
Copyright restricted.
A big F you in my future. Yeah. This is a song I would love to explain to you, but just in case there are children around, I've decided not to explain it to you. But it is a funny song. If you have questions, you can ask, or you can just Google it too. And speaking of She's Got a Way with Words, talking about women here, I saw a poll, P-O-L-L, on the internet, you know, where they ask people questions and they get the percentage of, people say yes, people say no, and they tell you the percentage. The question was to women, ladies, do you want to be lied to by your husband or boyfriend when you ask, how do I look? So in general, women, do you want your man to lie to you? Of course not. But the question is not that. The question is, when you ask your husband, how do I look? Do you want your husband to tell you the truth? Or do you want your husband to lie? What do you think, ladies? What do you think, guys? Well, this is a tough one. 33% of women want to be lied to. Yeah. 33% of women want to be lied to in that situation. And you know what, ladies, I can tell you a much, much higher percentage of men are actually lying to you. It's the policy of truth. Depeche Mode. I'm going to get fired.
Copyright restricted.
Lots of stuff happening in the business world in the United States these days. Business is good. The economy is doing very, very well. In fact, finding good employees is getting more and more difficult. That's a good thing. And I'll tell you right now, I'm actually looking to hire English teachers, coaches for our classes. And oh my God, they're so expensive. So unfortunately, it means I need probably to increase the prices of my lessons, but I haven't done that. The prices are the same. But the cost for the teachers is going up, up, up in America. It's pretty bad. But it's not as bad as Taco Bell. Have you heard of Taco Bell? Taco Bell is a restaurant in America. It's a chain like McDonald's. And of course, the main item on the menu is tacos, Mexican food, American style Mexican food. I wonder, to my Mexican listeners, have you had Taco Bell? Is it okay? Is it no-okay? What is it? Is it all right? Well, Taco Bell, fast food restaurant, is that an easy job? No, it's not. Not for the low person, not for the high person. Very high stress. Very high stress, especially for the manager. Because a lot of the employees are young kids or not very skilled people. A lot of people who work for 2 weeks and then quit. A lot of that. We call that turnover. 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 So fast food restaurants have a lot of turnover. So the managers are always stressed. They need to find people. They need to find new employees. They need to keep new employees. So they're very stressed. So managers quit. They go to a better store, like, a Walmart or something like that. So Taco Bell has decided to pay managers in some cities $100,000 a year in salary. $100,000 to be a Taco Bell restaurant manager. Oh my God. You know what? I would take that job. $100,000 to manage a Taco Bell. Can you imagine how many tacos they must be selling? Good Lord, that's incredible. And speaking of business, what about the music industry? We all heard, with MP3s, music industry is not so good. Lots of people are doing concerts, more and more live shows. Well, good news in the United States, music consumption is up. Music consumption is up. Consumption, CONSUMPTION. Music consumption, that means people like you and me listening to music. But how do we consume music? So consume can mean to eat, but in this case, listen or enjoy. Well, some of us consume music on YouTube, some on MTV. Some people consume music on Spotify, on your smartphone, maybe through Amazon or Google Play or something like that. Maybe you buy CDs or records or MP3s, right? So there's lots of different ways to consume music. But the good news is music consumption in the US is up. For me, I don't think it's up. I think it's probably down. The only time I really listen to music is when I'm driving. Outside of driving, not much. When I make this podcast, that's it. So music consumption in the US is up. However, music sales are down, which means musicians are selling less and less of their music. How down is it? 18% in 2019. That's huge. Music sales are down a lot. And every year, for many, many years, it's been going down, 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 down. So how are these artists making their money? Yeah, definitely through live shows, live performances, merchandising, which means selling t-shirts and stickers and stuff like that. And of course, they do sell CDs and MP3s and stuff like that. So yeah, what about you? Is your music consumption up? Is it down? How, where are you consuming your music? We got a couple of great songs coming up. I think we're going to do, in honor of Taco Bell, we're going to play a song by Marcy's Playground. And some of you might be familiar with this song because it was very popular in Friends, the sitcom Friends. The song is called Sex and Candy. And after that, we're going to go back in time a little bit to Bon Jovi with Bad Medicine.
Copyright restricted.
Bon Jovi is such a great band, really, really good music. But guys, let me tell you, I've talked about this before in my classes. If you go to the karaoke, do not sing a Bon Jovi song. Because Bon Jovi music all sounds like it's really easy to sing. And when you're in the car, you know, we can sing it and it sounds good. But suddenly with a microphone, 95% of the guys who try to sing Bon Jovi songs, they sound terrible. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is my good deed of the day. Every day we should be doing something good. We should be trying to help people, right? So I'm helping guys around the world. I'm helping them save themselves from embarrassment and to save the people around them from horrible ear problems by telling you don't sing Bon Jovi songs. Great music, tough to sing. And by the way, they say that doing a good deed, G-O-O-D, good deed, D-E-E-D, doing a good deed gives you the same effect or relief as a pain reliever. Did you know that? By doing something good and thinking about what you did, the effect on your body is very soothing, very relaxing, and if you are in some sort of pain, they say by thinking about your good deed, you'll actually reduce the amount of pain that you feel. So doing a good deed is not bad medicine. It is actually very good medicine. That's it for the podcast today. This is a new format. It's a new style, just kind of a chit-chat style, talking about different stories. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please give me your feedback. I really value your feedback. I want to know what you think. And to the listeners on YouTube and Spotify and places like that, the podcast, I apologize. We cannot include music because of the copyright problems, right? But if you are a member, we do have access to the songs. And how can you become a member? The best way is to be a student. Become one of our students. You can sign up for our classes. www.letsmasterenglish.com is our website. www.letsmasterenglish.com/free. You can try our lessons for free. We'll send you 3 lessons, 2 focusing on listening and 1 focusing on pronunciation. So I'd love for you to sign up for those free lessons, sign up for the classes, or if you're a Patreon member, you can also get access to the songs that we play in this show, this Let's Master English show. And how do you become a Patreon member? www.patreon.com/Coach Shane. I'll spell that. Let me make sure that that's right. I'm typing as I do this. Patreon. Yeah, there we go. Patreon. Patreon. Patreon.com/ I hope it's me, Coach Shane. Yeah, that's right. /Coach Shane. CoachShane. All right. That's patreon.com/Coach Shane. All levels there. I really appreciate your support. All levels there do get access to our podcasts and our videos, and you can download those things, and it's great. And I just want to say thank you so much. And actually, I am going to spend a couple minutes saying thank you to my sponsors. So bear with me here for a second. I've got a big list. Humpho, thank you so much. Januz W, thank you so much. Anna Nikchen, thank you so much. Christina Hocher, thank you so much. Everything's in Chinese. I'll just read the first couple numbers of your email address. 5658, thank you so much. Maria Lushkova, thank you so much. Sylvia Faye, thank you so much. Nina, thank you so much. Orly, thank you so much. Bum, 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 bum. Everything's in Russian, but I'm going to try. I'm going to guess it's an A. I'll read the email address, SAMOS. Thank you so much. Fang, Maureen Fang, thank you so much. Eugene, thank you so much. Eugene's also my student. That's really cool. Gennady, I hope my pronunciation was okay. Thank you so much. Erasmo, thank you so much. Jane Liu, thank you. Tat Angwatanapanich, thank you so much. Tsurimokashi, is that right? Or something like that. I apologize. Bruno Barbosa, thank you so much. Lin Xiaoyong, thank you so much. Joaquin Azabel, thank you, Joaquin. João Marcelo Torres Vieira, thank you so much. Chen Ji-ri, thank you. Mikita Ivanu, thank you. Kishore Totakuri, thank you. Zhao Tong Huang, thank you. Rodrigo Zamoro, thank you. Nikolai, thank you. PV Trong, Kam-ung, thank you so much. Pedro Jr., thank you. Olga, thank you. Yang Soyoung, thank you. Dennis Jackson Bandera, thank you. Andre, thank you. Andre Luis Marquez Garanti, thank you so much. Cheng, thank you so much. My goodness. Daniel Noveas, thank you very, very much. Mekon Silva, thank you. Lagunovsky Ivan, thank you. Vitaly Ku, thank you. Pengui, thank you. Demid, thank you. Sasha, thank you so much. Ronnie Her, thank you so much. Raquel, thank you. Ramazan Bashir, thank you. Diego Guedes, thank you. There's a couple more. Sylvia, thank you. Bakrom Ibadov, thank you. Zhuangqi Jiang, thank you. Giovanni Tonel, thank you. Andre, another Andre, thank you so much. Painting, I like that name, Painting. The Painting till the end, I like that. Janena, thank you. Patricio, thank you. Stefano Radelli, thank you. You guys, these are my patrons. Not from today, since my last podcast. And I sincerely thank you and I apologize. That's from April of last year until now. Patrons who've supported me, I just want to say thank you so much. And please join the classes, become a patron. Have a fantastic day. And together, let's master English.